The Nightmare Nursery. This is not my own story, but one an old roommate of mine relayed to me. Her cousin lived in an old house in Newmarket, Ontario. The layout of the house had the kitchen on the first level, a second level with some bedrooms, and a third level with the nursery and master bedroom. One day her cousin was in the kitchen washing some dishes while the baby slept upstairs. Suddenly she heard the baby crying over the baby monitor. She dried her hands and climbed the 2 flights of stairs to the nursery, and as she got closer, she couldn't hear the baby's cries anymore. When she entered the room, the baby was sound asleep still, with nothing in the room disturbed. The cousin went back downstairs and checked that the baby monitor was on the right setting, and once she determined it was fine, she went back to the dishes. As soon as she turned on the tap, the wailing began again on the baby monitor. She slowly began her way up the stairs and once more found that the sound of crying stopped the closer she got, and that once she entered the room, the baby was still fast asleep. She was starting to feel uneasy about the whole situation as she went back to the kitchen. Once more, she attempted to start on the dishes when the crying began for the 3rd time. She went back up the stairs, but this time she went quickly, that feeling of unease growing within her. As she reached the 3rd floor landing and turned around the banisters so that the nursery was in sight, she saw the door slam shut. Suddenly her baby was crying for real this time, horrific sounding wails and shrieks. She ran to the door and tried to get it open, but it appeared to be locked even though there was no lock on the door. She slammed her shoulder into the door, trying to get it to open, desperately calling out her infant's name. She backed away from the door with intent to kick it, but before she could raise her foot, the door slowly creaked open on its own. She burst into the room, and the baby was in the corner of his crib crying, and the light fixture on the ceiling was spinning in circles. She grabbed her baby and ran downstairs and stayed there until her husband got home. What makes this story more disturbing to me is that ever since that day, her baby sleeps with its eyes open. When she took him to the doctor to find out why, he suggested that some children develop this as a defense mechanism after experiencing a traumatic incident. It leaves you wondering, what happened in that room?